That isn't just the sound of the 2016 Mercedes-Benz C-Class high-strength steel and aluminum frame being formed. It's the sound of conviction. Conviction that created a lighter, quicker, and more efficient C-Class, whose beautiful form commands attention, while its more powerful, fuel-efficient engine demands to be driven. This is what conviction sounds like. Now, discover what it feels like in a 2016 Mercedes-Benz C-Class.
Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
Happy mayonnaise. Oh, man. What's going on, folks? And happy 5th of mayonnaise. What's going on? Thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. This is episode number 258 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before I get into anything else, please follow me on Twitter, folks. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores, PoliticsGhost. And, of course, folks, bookmark the official website of the broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Anyway, folks, before I get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please use and abuse those little buttons right next to your player right there, all right? They got all kinds of Facebook like buttons and retweet this buttons and share this buttons, for Christ's sake. Use and abuse those buttons, baby, all right? And spread around like wildfire that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. All right, now that we've gotten that all out of the way, excuse me, Jesus Christ, I'm stumbling, mumbling like a little jerk here. I want to go ahead and get right into the broadcast, folks, because it's time to get down to serious business. Now that Donald Trump is the GOP nominee, Donald Trump is now transforming his focus into a general election mode. And let me tell you, it's got a lot of people's heads rolling. All right, you got a lot of people bowing down, for Christ's sake. I thought it was rather ironic. I don't know if y'all folks saw this. The same former president of Mexico, Vicente Fox, actually came out. This is the same guy that, quote, said, "We're not going to build your effing wall," all right, and thought he was all running roughshod, thought he was talking tough. Well, now that Donald Trump is going to be the GOP nominee, you had Vicente Fox coming out bowing down, bowing down to Donald Trump, basically saying, "Look, I'm sorry, go ahead, come to Mexico. You have to forgive me. I am a good guy. Give me a break." All of a sudden, everybody's bowing down to Donald Trump. Even the media is starting to talk favorably towards Donald Trump. This is solidifying, folks, the capitalist revolution that I knew was happening. That's why I came back and started doing this broadcast once again, folks. This is a capitalist revolution happening right before your very eyes. And I'm so happy to be a part of it. All right? And I hope that you're happy to be a part of this. All right? Because let me tell you something. We are the new media, folks. Each and every one of us, a simple retweet, a simple posting, a simple sharing of some news article, information to your sphere of influence, whether it be in a social media circle, whether it be in, your personal life, whatever, all right? I mean, this is really what has caused the phenomena of Donald Trump, folks. I'm serious. I mean, it's been total grassroots, digital grassroots, mind you. All right? Well, you got Ted Cruz out here, before he bowed out like a sniveling rat weasel, going out here trying to be totalitarian, claiming, quote-unquote, grassroots as a charade. But in actuality, he was just trying to bribe delegates, for Christ's sake. Bribing delegates. That's all he was trying to do. You know it, and I know it, all right? But now that all that's in the past, all right, now that the capitalists have taken complete and total control of the GOP, and let me tell you, you even had John Turncoat McCain today. Oh, my God. I don't know if y'all read this, all right? John Turncoat McCain is now succumbing to the fact that now that Donald Trump has solidified himself as the GOP nominee, it is the end of John McCain. He thinks that his days as a politician are numbered, and I think that he's right, for Christ's sake. I was against that scumbag back in 2008. You can look back in the archive, folks. I'm almost at 500 episodes produced here. All right, going back to 2008. They're all available to download free at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. During that election, I stopped being a conservative. All right, I said back then in 2008, by the nomination of John Turncoat McCain and that Eskimo bimbo Sarah Palin, that this was a systematic takeover of the Republican Party by the left, by the liberals. All right, the 2008 Republican convention was nothing more than a goddamn liberal coronation. That's all it was, and I said it back then, and I'll say it now. That's why I'm saying, folks, the capitalists, all right, the capitalists have taken control of the GOP, all right, and there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is serious business. It's a capitalist revolution. And I'm telling you, everybody is bowing down to it. You could see it. You could feel it. You can hear them. John Turncoat McCain, he knows his days are numbered as it relates to his political ambitions. All right? All these other politicians, they're starting to, bow down a little bit. They're starting to realize that their goddamn politician career is over. It's over. It's finished for these morons, man. I love it. I mean, I'm getting so excited about it, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, as a matter of fact, I'm going to drink to it right now. And, of course, folks, I'm not advocating anybody consuming alcohol if you're under 21 or whatever, we're listening to throughout the world, folks. We're about 70,000 live listeners. Everywhere from South Korea to New Zealand to Europe to America to Canada. Everywhere, all over, all four corners of the earth, all right? Anyway, I do want to say cheers, folks. I have not stopped celebrating. I'm excited, all right, that now it's going to be GOP nominee Donald Trump, man, the man that sparked the capitalist revolution. I'm very excited. I'm going to go ahead and drink to this man, and I'm also going to drink to the capitalist army, and you know who you are, folks. I want to say cheers to the capitalists throughout the world, the taxpayers, the workers, those that actually contribute to society. Cheers, folks. It's our time now, baby. It's the capitalist time. It's a capitalist revolution that's happening right before your very eyes, folks, and I'm loving every minute of it, boy. I'm loving every minute of it. Woo! Anyway, cheers to everybody out there on the internet. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Nothing like a good scotch. I'm telling you, if you are a true capitalist and you want to unwind after grinding and doing whatever it takes to obtain your capital, by God, become a scotch connoisseur, baby, because that's what I am. People try to criticize me all the goddamn time that I'm some sort of an alcoholic. I'm a connoisseur, baby. You understand that? I'm a connoisseur, and you people need to understand the difference, all right? I'm a capitalist out here that appreciates things, all right, that appreciates the finer things in life. I'm not a goddamn alcoholic, boy. And not to mention, when you're a capitalist, you got a lot on your plate, you got to consistently not only make money, but understand what to do with that money so you can continue to sustain a certain lifestyle that you've come accustomed to. Because once you have to take a step back in your lifestyle, I think that you're losing, in my personal opinion. That's why I always tell future capitalists, do not move too fast up to, some kind of unsustainable lifestyle. And, a good example are these goddamn rappers out here. Once they get their first million, they go out and spend $5 million, that kind of garbage. Don't anticipate that whatever money you made today is going to be there tomorrow, folks. I mean, that's the first rule of capitalism, all right? I'm serious. I mean, once you start making a good sum of money, don't be saying, oh, yeah, baby, I'm rich now, baby. It's Miller time, baby. We going sizzler now, baby. We going sizzler. We going sizzler. No, just take that out of your mind, boy. A real capitalist understands that making money is the easy part. It's keeping it and making it grow is what defines a true capitalist, boy. You understand that? That's what defines a true capitalist. And that's what Donald Trump represents. He represents the ability to sustain, the ability to roll with the punches, and to continue to economically grow. I'm serious. I'm excited about this. I don't know why anybody would be against this man unless you're exclusively just getting your news from these goddamn boob tube talking heads on the television. I'm serious. All right? I mean, he's... I don't get it. All right? On top of this man being a capitalist, he's anti-bureaucratic establishment. All right? I'm serious. All right? He's talked about cutting this goddamn bureaucracy. He's talking about cutting down on fraud. He's talking about renegotiating trade deals, lowering taxes. All right, I mean, this is capitalist business right here. He's talking about the country, and I don't know if you folks saw that tweet on my Twitter account. He said that the country, quote, needs to open itself up to great capitalists. All right, that's what he said. And I completely agree with the man. This is what we need to do, folks, all right? That's why I'm telling you, Donald Trump, he doesn't just represent, some, my team versus your team kind of crap. This is a legitimate capitalist revolution. We're taking over. This country is ours now, and we're going to run this son of a bitch, all right? Because we're tired of these damn social workers and these lawyers that end up becoming goddamn elected as our leaders running this ship into the ground. And the reason they're doing it, folks, is because I've said it and I'll continue to say it. Each and every one of these career bureaucrats, once they have attained the highest level of bureaucracy, the highest level of bureaucratic stature in this goddamn country, where else do they go? I mean, if they're career bureaucrats and they have reached their plateau in domestic bureaucracy, where else do they go? They go to the international bureaucracies, dumbasses. Do you understand that? They go to the international bureaucracies, the United Nations, NATO, the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund. I mean, do you understand? That's why these scumbag politicians that we have elected into power have sold us out. They've sold us out for the past 30 years, for Christ's sake, 25, 30 years. They've sold us out. And that's why we're in the current position that we're in. And now that the establishment, now that everybody understands that the entire population, or at least the majority of the population of America is behind Donald Trump, people are now starting to bow down to the capitalist revolution. Haven't you noticed this? I mean, I'm taking so much gratification in seeing this. I'm serious. I take so much gratification in this. Oh, my God. Good Lord. I'm serious. I'm not joking, folks. I'm sorry if it sounds like, I may be doing a little power tripping here, but I'm telling you, folks, it is time. I've been waiting for this time. I've been waiting for this time, for Christ's sake. I mean, this is what I've been waiting for. This is why I did what I've done on the internet, for Christ's sake, trying to spread capitalist idealism, trying to spark synapses throughout the world, through this fiber optically connected world that we call the internet, for Christ's sake. All right? I'm not joking. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing, folks, all right? Anyway, didn't mean to get off on that soliloquy, but let's move on with the broadcast. Once again, Donald Trump is getting into general election mode, folks, and you got a lot of people. You got a lot of people that are a little concerned about this man's recent pick, and he announced it today, of his finance chairman for his presidential campaign. Now, Donald Trump funded single-handedly his primary campaign right out of pocket, all right? But there's no way in hell, not even a man worth $10 billion, I think that it would be financially and economically suicidal for this man to attempt to try to fund his own presidential campaign, because I'm telling you, folks, all right, I mean, Barack Obama and Mitt Romney in 2012 both raised $1 billion in their presidential campaign contribution accounts, all right? $1 billion. So that is definitely going to go over this time around in this presidential election cycle, all right? So what did Trump do? Well, he didn't really do this. He signed off on this because, you know, he's busy campaigning. He's busy running his business. He's doing a lot, man. I mean, he's got a lot on his plate. He announces his new finance chairman for his presidential campaign, all right, Steve Mnuchin. I'm sorry if I'm butchering up his name, all right, but it's a new campaign finance manager for his presidential campaign, all right. Now, the criticism on, you know, people that are anesthetized with Alex Jones and the conspiracy theory type crowd is that this individual has ties to Goldman Sachs. He did work with George Soros. He is a hedge fund manager. He also was in charge of a fund company, I believe, by the name of Dune Capital. All right, so this guy is right up the, you know, financial inner workings of what a lot of people don't like, all right? Now, I'm not really too critical about this, in my personal opinion. I think that in presidential campaigns, I mean, if you know politics, I mean, you need all the money you can get. It's when, you know, we start seeing, and look, this is going to be public record. Everybody should be keenly observant about who in the hell is going to donate to Donald Trump's campaign. But if we start seeing, you know, high amounts of money from people that are related to the Wall Street, to the finance industry, so on and so forth, then that'd be causing some red flags, all right? If he starts getting Koch brother money, and believe it or not, this man has also worked with the Koch brothers, but in my personal opinion, Stephen Mnuchin, I don't know what the hell his name is. I'm sorry if I'm butchering up his name. I'm talking about Donald Trump's new national finance chairman for his presidential campaign. I just think that he was a good finance guy, and when you're, you know, trying to build yourself a career in finance, you want to use other people's money. You don't want, I mean, you don't. First of all, you probably don't have any money, all right, but you got to prove yourself as somebody who understands the game of finance to be able to work in these echelons of hedge funds and Wall Streets and venture capitalist firms, so on and so forth, all right? I mean, people can't automatically be critical of this decision. And moreover, I also believe that Stephen Mnuchin, Jesus Christ, I'm sorry if I'm butchering up his name, the new national finance chairman for Donald Trump's presidential campaign, this man is a second-generation Goldman Sachs. His dad, believe it or not, his father, was in Goldman Sachs in the 60s and 70s. Now, what I gather from that information is that this could be a rebellion. You know, just like all next generations always rebel against their old man. I believe that maybe this is an opportunity for, you know, Stephen Mnuchin to be able to fight back against things that he had to basically swallow up in his rise into corporate finance power. All right, I'm serious. All right? I mean, look, I am not critical. I've already heard the rhetoric coming out of the Alex Jones crowd. All right? I think that they need to calm their asses down. All right? This is a presidential campaign. You know, Donald Trump may be a businessman, but you still have to figure out the internal mechanisms necessary for you to run a proper campaign, and unfortunately, that has a lot to do with raising money. I mean, because you got to campaign on a national scale, so that means that you got to throw ads all over America. All right, I mean, different kinds of advertising. You know, you got to do all kinds of different things just so that the general public has a better awareness of who you are and what your message is. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. I know there's a lot of people out there in the Alex Jones crowd. Not that I'm criticizing you folks. All right, I just say that Alex Jones can be a decent a source for news and actual footage captured. Now, as far as his commentary and as far as what he espouses, that's his business. I mean, literally, that's his business. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't think this is a very huge red flag. I think that people need to calm down, and I also need to let everybody know that if we start seeing Koch brothers money going into Donald Trump's campaign, if we start seeing these big donors that he criticized during the primary, then yeah, we should start being a little concerned. But I don't believe that's the case at all. In my personal opinion, I don't believe that's the case whatsoever. Now, as we start progressing as far as the Trump train is concerned, all right, as we start progressing forward into general election mode, listen for key words, folks, because I'm telling you, this is a capitalist revolution, and I think that you need to start hearing these more words, these more key words more frequently out of Trump and Trump himself and his surrogates. Capitalism, capitalist, capitalism, capitalist. I'm telling you, listen for those key words from now on in general election mode, all right? General election mode, all right? Come on, all right? So that's why I'm saying, all right? Everybody out here, all right, needs to understand that's where we're headed, all right? We're headed towards a more capitalist economy, all right? All right, we're going to, what Trump's going to do is he's going to lift these goddamn regulations so that more people can become entrepreneurs. All right, he's going to, cut the red tape, for Christ's sake. He's going to lower taxes for people. All right, I'm very excited. I'm very excited. And, one more thing before I get off on another subject matter. This finance chairman of the presidential campaign, Stephen Munchkin or whatever his name is, all right, this man, in my personal opinion, all right, is actually I just want to continue to go to this direction, folks, because, I heard the rhetoric that's coming out. Listen, you have to be something to prove yourself, all right? I mean, this man, the reason he probably took money from Soros and Koch, and if you read into his background, he took it as a hedge fund, and basically that's what rich people do. They find a guy that's good at the markets. They're like, hey, you're pretty good here. Take $1 million, take $2 million, see what you can do with it, and they take a cut of the profit. I mean, that's how these finance guys work, for Christ's sake. But lest we forget that Donald Trump is seriously considering taxing Wall Street. And I don't believe that's a terrible idea. I mean, you notice, folks, that these investors, and I'm talking about the hedge fund managers, and I'm talking about the serious traders that are the ones manipulating the stock market at this point in time. They don't pay any taxes outside of capital gains, and depending on how their corporation or how they're structured on a business basis, they can pretty much not pay almost anything on those earnings if they know how to maneuver themselves into certain tax benefits, legal tax benefits, of course. Now, what I believe Trump is considering as it relates to taxing Wall Street is throwing a small tax on each and every one of those trade transactions. A quarter, 50 cents. I mean, all these idiots, especially these high-frequency traders that are on Goldman Sachs payroll and on the big firms and the hedge funds and so on and so forth, I mean, they're making millions of dollars a day, literally, folks, okay, whether they're trading stocks, shorting stocks, trading commodities, whatever the case might be. You put a quarter, just a quarter, that's all it is, 1 quarter, 25 cents, all right? On every trade transaction, just imagine how much that would pay down the goddamn debt. Do you understand that? And this is what Donald Trump is focused on. He understands that we need to pay down this debt to not only solidify our dollar, but to bolster our own economy, for Christ's sake, so our dollar actually means something. And I honestly believe that with a two-term of Donald Trump, I believe that we could see the debt almost eliminated, in my personal opinion. I mean, this man's a businessman. I mean, he has the entire American government expenditure at his disposal. All right. I mean, I even read today that he's going to consider renegotiating the debt with the bondholders. All right. All right. Seriously, I'm not kidding around. All right. Now, I mean, what he means by that, renegotiating it so it can be a longer-term debt, so that we can get a lower interest rate. I mean, that's really what he wants. I mean, because if you make the debt longer and negotiate the fact that, look, even though we're paying on the debt longer and lowering the interest rate, we're actually paying more interest for the long term. And the only reason he's doing that, folks, is because, as I've stated previous, our tax dollars, all the taxes America generates, it barely pays the interest on the debt that we have today, folks. It barely pays the interest. That's all our labor, our taxes, that's all we're paying for in America is freaking interest on the American debt. And you see, nobody explains this to the American people at all. It's pathetic, you know what I'm saying? And somebody said on Twitter, hey, look, Ghost, that quarter tax would screw over penny stocks. Well, I don't really give a crap, unfortunately. I think penny stocks, I don't like penny stocks. I'm sorry. I mean, you've never heard me push penny stocks. I believe in small cap, mid cap stocks, but penny stocks, in my personal opinion, can be highly manipulated. And to be honest with you, I don't even understand. People manipulate each other on these penny stocks. And, they do it a variety of different ways. They pump and dump the stock. They get a whole bunch of it, and they, spread rumors about it. And, they find at least with penny stocks, all you need is like 5 or 6 legitimate investors who will invest, and it'll make the stock go up. And the idiot that pre-bought before the pump, this idiot's going to bow out. I don't like penny stocks, man. I think most of those companies are shady. They're illegitimate. I really don't care. I mean, as a matter of fact, we don't need these types of scams anymore. I'm sorry if you're a penny stock investor. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to degrade your game by any means, all right, by whatever. But in my personal opinion, I mean, you've never heard of a penny stock guy that is a billionaire. Have you ever heard of a guy like a Warren Buffett? Warren Buffett has been trading blue chips ever since he first got into the stock market. All right, and his big secret is when he got money, I believe that he inherited about $10,000 when he was 18 and went right to the market, if I understand correctly. I could be wrong. But what he did, he would just go in when everybody was leaving the market. Warren Buffett would get right into the market with these multinational, well, it wasn't multinational back then, but what would be multinational corporations, these blue chip Dow Jones Industrial stocks. He'd invest in them. He'd wait about 4 or 5 years. They'd triple, quadruple in value. He'd sell them off and wait for the next crash. I mean, this is literally Warren Buffett's secret sauce. All right? Now, there are millionaires that are making money off of day trading, but day trading is a very risky proposition of attempting to maintain that as a legitimate form of a career because, I mean, the markets are very hard to predict on such an impulsive basis. I mean, literally the slightest news that comes out about a particular company within the day could drop a stock a buck within like 2 minutes, depending on the news. I mean, literally you could be holding. I mean, you could be out money. I mean, that's a risk, obviously. But in day trading, you've got to do that every single day. And a lot of these day traders, they don't understand that you need to day trade to obtain long-term investment. You see, I day traded for a while, still kind of do. I'm a little apprehensive of doing it now because I believe anything can happen. I believe one day we can wake up, freaking 600-700 points down on the Dow Jones Industrial. It's going to freak everybody out, and I don't want to be in the market when that happens at all. All right, and if it does happen, I may short some stocks, but even then, I'm not going to be, there all day, holding crap for like 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 5 seconds, whatever the case might be. I'm just going to wait for the next crash. I believe, there's one more round of saving this next crash that's impending. I think the same thing's going to happen. The government's going to bail it out. The economy will pop back up. All right, but that's the time when you need to start investing, folks. So if you didn't listen to me last time when I started True Capitalist Radio, and at the time when I started it, you can look back in the archive, all right? The Dow Jones Industrials was like 7,000 or 8,000 points, all right? And I basically said long-term investment reigns supreme. If you can obtain capital, just invest it in Dow Jones Industrial stock. At the time, I wouldn't advise you to buy stock right now. I'm going to be completely honest. If anything, I'd buy commodities or gold. When I came back on the broadcast, I told everybody to entertain ETFs, exchange-traded funds, in correlation with the rise of gold, silver, and or oil. And if you did that within the past 4 weeks, however long I've been back on the air, you would have been generously rewarded with these increases that are happening. And I believe that these are still valid opportunities, in my personal opinion, because I don't know where the investors think they're going to go once the stock market starts losing its value. All right? Now, once again, back when I started True Capitalist Radio, the goddamn Dow Jones Industrials was like 7,000 or 8,000 points. It reached up to 18,000 plus points as of late. So just imagine if you would have just held those goddamn stocks from 2009, 2010, and you kept them till now. On top of it gaining value, a lot of these stocks split. Some of them got bought back, which means that's money in your pocket. Some of them paid dividends, so that means money in your pocket. Some of them increased their dividends, which is money in your pocket. And at the same time, folks, blue chip stock is a valid asset to put up for collateral as it relates to loans, all right? I'm serious, man. This is why you need, as a capitalist, to, whatever money you make, you've got to put some of it into long-term assets. Anyway, I digress, folks. I'm sorry, but I do believe that Donald Trump is going to throw a tax on Wall Street, and that's why I'm telling these, Alex Jones folks over there on the other side, calm your asses down, all right? I don't think, this new finance chairman of Trump's campaign, who comes from Wall Street, gives two rats' asses about what Wall Street thinks, because everybody on Wall Street knows that Donald Trump is going to put some sort of tax on them. He knows it. They know it, and they don't want it. That's why a lot of them are starting to freaking donate to Hillary, for Christ's sake. And let me tell you, I'm not for taxing anybody, to be honest with you, but the freaking Wall Street assholes who basically caused the 2009 collapse and who are probably going to cause this next one as well, they've gotten so much of our goddamn tax dollars in bailouts, and they've been reaping the rewards of it in the billions, for Christ's sake, that taxing these people, in my personal opinion, is not a immoral, bad, or unethical idea. All right? We need to start getting some of that money that these idiots took out of our tax dollars, the working people's tax dollars. We need to get some of that back to start paying down the debt and start paying for things in this economy, the infrastructure, so on and so forth. So once again, everybody calm down, all right? Donald Trump, because, he got a damn Goldman Sachs, presidential finance manager, all right, doesn't mean that he's working for the Koch brothers or, George Soros, for Christ's sake, all right? Jesus Christ. Anyway, now that we got that out of the way, I'm sorry to go on that whole soliloquy, folks, but we got to get on with the broadcast here. Donald Trump today, as he's been doing here for the past couple of weeks, calling on Bernie Sanders to run as an independent. And you want to know why Donald Trump is continuing to harp on this? Because I am, for Christ's sake. Because I know, and anybody who has any kind of insight into actual politics knows, that this guy he just could care less. Bernie Sanders, in my opinion, is doing this for the campaign contribution funds, all right? I don't think that he has any intention whatsoever to win any nomination, to win any presidency. In my personal opinion, I'm not joking. I mean, just look at his actions. I've been reporting on this broadcast time and time again that Bernie Sanders refuses to go right at Hillary Rotten Clinton at a bunch of different subject matters. First of all, that would make her fall legitimately. But secondly, he's not griping on the fact that Hillary Clinton is doing totalitarian tactics to get delegates and super delegates. She's... the Democratic Party are leaving them off ballots in some precincts. I mean, he's not making that big of a deal about it, folks. And in my personal opinion, somebody who's in politics who genuinely wants to be the president of the United States would have a little bit of a problem with it, all right? Just a tad bit of a problem with it, in my personal opinion. And as I've stated, I mean, this is my opinion, all right, that I believe Bernie Sanders is using this presidential campaign as a goddamn retirement fund, all right? I'm serious. This is my opinion, all right? I mean, I know politics, all right? I mean, this son of a bitch. I mean, did you see him riding around in that sports car, that picture of the sports car that the damn Bernie Sanders people tried to say, oh, it's not him? And then there was another picture that came out with the same sports car with a Bernie Sanders-haired look-alike son of a bitch tailing a Bernie Sanders bus, for Christ's sake. I mean, look, Bernie Sanders, I mean, I don't know if he's genuine or not, but just looking at his lifelong record, he's a bum. He's a complete idiot. He's your typical asshole that will do absolutely nothing to get the most amount of money or material possible. All right, I'm serious, man. This guy didn't have a real job till he was 40 years old. And then when he got a job, it was to, go around and put people on welfare. Freaking lifelong bureaucrat, for Christ's sake, all right? Seriously, I mean, look, I don't think this guy is serious. All right? I think that what he's doing, he's utilizing this to gain campaign contribution get campaign contribution funds, so that, when he finally retires from politics, which is legal, by the way. I know people are finding this hard to believe. But once a politician in American politics is no longer political and retires from politics, they can take whatever was in their campaign contribution account and basically transfer it in their own personal name, all right, and basically put it in there tax-free. Tax-free, all right, courtesy of all the campaign funds by whoever and whatever. All right? Every politician can do this, folks. Why do you think they go into politics? I mean, how do these guys who go right from college right into the bureaucratic political system, at the end of it all of a sudden become big-time businessmen? I mean, what, do they get experience being a freaking paper-pushing bureaucrat? 30 years? No. They became big-time businessmen because either A, they got so much money in their campaign contribution account, it's pathetic, or B, they get hired by one of the people that used to donate in their campaign contribution account, and they pay them a big fat check for paying them back for all the laws they passed, so on and so forth. Jesus Christ, man, I'm serious. I mean, this is not hard to figure out. Anyway, like I said, I don't think Bernie Sanders is for real. All you Bernie Sanders supporters, you need to hop on the Trump train or get the hell out of the country already. I'm sick of you socialists, man. Stupid crybaby, sniveling little weasels that want everything for free when everything practically is free at this point in time. I don't know what else you want. If you're a poor piece of trash that refuses to work, you can just go and, scratch your nuts at a goddamn unemployment line, get an unemployment check. You can get food stamps, for Christ's sake. You can even get welfare if you shit it out a few kids, for Christ's sake. You could pretend, my legs be hurting, baby. My legs be hurting, or claiming that you're a mental nut job and get free disability. Medicare, Medicaid. You could go out and get subsidized housing, for Christ's sake, if you're a complete and total ridiculous piece of trash. I mean, you know, and on top of all that, you can go and get free college if you want to through the financial grant system. I mean, I can go on and on. I mean, what the hell else do you dumb socialist pieces of ungrateful crap want? What do you want? I mean, everything is already practically free, all right? If you're not happy with what you get, well, that's why it's free, assholes. Do you get it? I mean, everything that you get for free is always going to suck. Always remember that, because there is no financial incentive to make sure that you get the best product or the best service. All right? Jesus Christ. Now, if you were paying for that stuff, well, then you should expect the best of everything. All right? I mean, that's the game of capitalism, right? When you make your own money and you work for your hard-earned dollar, you're going to be more concerned about what you get, how much you get, the quality and quantity of what you get, for Christ's sake. Sick of these socialists, man. I'm sick of them. I hate socialists. I'm sorry. I hate them. They're a cancer of the world. Socialists and communists. It's the same crap, different plate. All right? The cancer of the world are these people. All right? They are just complete imbecilic political romanticists. All right? They are sold on an idea that will never exist. And it never has existed. Jesus Christ, wake up, idiots. Anyway, I want to move on, folks. Did you hear Paul Ryan's challenger out there in Wisconsin? Paul Nealon, I believe is his name. He's calling out Paul Ryan. I'm glad he is. I'm glad somebody is calling out Paul Ryan. He's a Tea Party guy, you know, and I have mixed feelings. I've always had mixed feelings about the Tea Party. But Paul Nealon, in my personal opinion, I'm glad he's going right after this guy's jugular. All right, he came out today and said that Paul Ryan sold his vote. I mean, literally, he said he sold his vote on TPP, TPIP, and all these other Trans-Asian Pacific trade agreements, which, you know, people have asked me to talk about this. And the only reason I haven't talked about it is because it's very complicated, and once you start getting too complicated with a lot of these simple people, they all of a sudden start turning their brains off like a bunch of numbnuts that have sat on a damn bicycle seat too long, all right? I'm serious. They're just like, I don't get it. Now, what I'm going to say about TPP and TPIP, which are Trans-Asian Pacific trade agreements, I mean, if you thought NAFTA was bad and you don't know what NAFTA is, well, then by God, you're on the freaking internet. Look it up. If you don't know what NAFTA is, I'm telling you this right now, this Trans-Pacific Trade Agreement, this Trans-Pacific Pact Agreement, these agreements are going to make NAFTA look like a cakewalk. And Trump has already said when he's elected, those agreements are nullified. All right, we don't need any more exporting of our goddamn labor, and that's basically what it is. And you see, another unfortunate fact about TPP and TPIP is that we don't really know what the hell's in it. It's private. I mean, this is a private agreement. I mean, the documents are sealed from the general public, and yet assholes like Speaker Paul Ryan are signing our names on the dotted line as representatives of the American people to such agreements, which basically sell out our economy to build other economies throughout the world. I mean, that's why other economies throughout the world have flourished, folks, because we've consumed in their goods. All we have done is become a debtor nation who consumes other nations' goods and basically build their infrastructures, build their wealth systems, I mean, you know, build their countries, for Christ's sake. That's what America's turned into, all right? A consumer, fat, jelly-ass, ungrateful nation. And that's why I'm glad that we're seeing the epidemic that is Donald Trump, the Trump train, the capitalist revolution. I'm loving every minute of it, folks. I'm not kidding around. But anyway, once again, the challenger over there in Paul Ryan's district in Wisconsin, Paul Nealon, going right after Paul Ryan's jugular, saying he sold his vote, and I don't blame him, boy. I don't blame him, because I don't think not only did Paul Ryan sell us out to the Trans-Pacific trade agreements, but he was the idiot that helped pass the Omnibus bill. You know, the blank check to Obama that basically allows Obama to, do all kinds of things, from bringing in illegal immigrants to transferring Syrian refugees over here to America, giving them Social Security numbers and putting them in Section 8 housing, kicking out Mexican and black families to put in these sleeper cells, for Christ's sake. Oh, that's such a leftist thing to do, isn't it? Oh, yeah, Jesus Christ. I'm serious. I think that Paul Ryan should be sent packing. This son of a bitch hasn't done a real job in his life, and he needs to be sent packing. I want to see as many career politicians out of work as possible, all right? I mean, it would be a great day to see John McCain packing his crap, and we never see that son of a bitch again, that warmonger and freak show. It'd be a great day in American history if this stupid, snot-nosed, little, disingenuous, shit-eating grin bastard, Paul Ryan, was sent packing out of Washington, and he had to go back to Wisconsin and, go have to get some real jobs, for Christ's sake. And look, I said this, and I'll say it again. To his wife, Jana. I'm talking Paul Ryan's wife, Jana. Jana, be careful, all right? Jana, you're a rich woman that comes from money, and just based on the history of Paul Ryan and his mother, people with money all of a sudden miraculously die, and Paul Ryan and his mother generously financially benefit. I'm just saying, Jana, in my opinion, watch yourself if Paul Ryan is unelected and he's kicked out on his ass, all right, because he may get a little desperate, all right? And for those of you that don't know, look into Betty Ryan, all right? I mean, this woman has already had 2 dead husbands, all right? And both times she has generously financially benefited. Now, I'm not assuming anything. I'm not implying anything. But, I mean, it sounds to me that there needs to be some investigate. I mean, this is a forensic files episode if I've ever heard one, for Christ's sake, all right? First husband, Paul Murray Ryan, dies miraculously of a heart attack in his 50s, all right? All right, now, Paul Ryan, the only time he's ever talked about his father's death, Paul Ryan suggested that the reason that his father died was because he had a drinking problem. The problem with that story is Paul Murray Ryan had stopped drinking for like 30 years, 25, 30 years, all right? I mean, he was a heavy drinker when he was in college. He became a lawyer, and for about 30 years he stopped drinking. Now, he started hitting the sauce again for whatever reason, and you see, once guys start hitting the sauce out of nowhere, there's something going on, all right? I mean, he's burdened, I mean, maybe Betty Ryan. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? But out of Paul Ryan's own mouth, he said his father started drinking and hitting the sauce, and that's what he attributes to his heart attack, which I think is the biggest bunch of crap I've ever heard in my life, all right? And for the life of me, I cannot find any autopsy, any toxicology reports, anything on Paul Murray Ryan. I can't find anything, all right? All right, now he dies in 1985, Paul Murray Ryan, all right? Then a guy by the name of Bruce Barlow Douglas, all right? This poor son of a bitch, all right? This guy loses his wife in 1995, all right? Loses his wife in 1995, and somehow Betty Ryan finds this poor son of a bitch, this poor old sap, all right? Reeling from his wife, Betty Ryan finds this guy, and for somehow, you know how women are, for Christ's sake, convinces him to marry her, or vice versa. I don't know what the hell happened, but within 1 year, they're married in like 1995, 96, all right? I'm not kidding, all right? 1995, 96, they're married, all right? By 2002, Bruce Douglas was dead, all right? I'm serious. And look, Betty Ryan is still alive today, all right? Now, what happened with Bruce Douglas? Well, he died. Can't find any death, toxicology reports. I can't find any autopsy on this poor bastard. I did find an obituary, and in the obituary, under his name, it said he lived by his house by the sea, or something to that effect. You know who lives in that house by the sea now that he loved and cherished so much that people knew to put it on his obituary? Betty Ryan, okay? So I'm just saying, Jana Ryan, please watch out. If Paul Ryan is somehow unelected out of, his district, for Christ's sake, just watch out, all right? Watch out if this guy's in back of you while you're, walking down a flight of stairs. You know what I'm saying? Watch out if this guy's, giving you some alcoholic beverage that you didn't see him pour. All right? Watch out. I'm just saying. And Paul Nealon, you should start focusing in on that as well. If anybody knows Paul Nealon, you tell him, hey, Paul Ryan, you never worked a day in your life. Once your daddy died, you were inherited a goddamn 2 partnerships, not trust funds. That's how sophisticated his daddy was. His daddy gave him partnerships that were ran by the Ryan family, and they're still run by the Ryan family. Paul Ryan just has an interest in those partnerships, which has funded his college, which has funded his campaigns, which has funded his rise to power, okay? I mean, this guy has not had a legitimate job his whole life. And when Trump comes to power, I can't wait for this pipsqueak to be removed as Speaker of the House. All right? It's enough of this guy. I'm sick of him. He makes me sick. He's a disingenuous little twat.
Geico presents sharing versus oversharing. Earlier this week, Claire Tippins shared a princess nickname generator, 3 pictures of her dog wearing a tutu, and 2 online quizzes, including what candy is your dream castle made of? Claire, your sharing has tipped the sugar scale and turned into oversharing. But have no fear, princess. Geico has something worth sharing with your internet kingdom, like how you could save hundreds on your car insurance just by visiting geico.com. No magic wand required. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Anyway, now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's go ahead and do some Twitter shout-outs, shall we? And, folks, if you don't know, all you have to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, folks, at PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores, PoliticsGhost, and it is Dear White People, and then it has the link, True Capitalist Radio Now Live. I'm talking about that tweet, all right? Now, the reason I put Dear White People, because it's trending. So I figured, hey, why don't we just hop on the bandwagon and hijack that trend for a little bit, but retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, and I'll give you a goddamn Twitter shout-out right now. All right, who else do we got here? We got Cancer for Lemmy. Man, leave Lemmy alone, man, all right? I mean, Lemmy, I'm surprised he lived as long as he did with that cancerous growth on his face and, obviously had polyps in his throat, for Christ's sake. I mean, for years. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, he's just paid. I mean, it was just, I like Lemmy. I'm just saying. Don't, leave him alone, all right? Ghost the Carpetbagger. Boy, I ain't no goddamn carpetbagger, boy. You understand that? I'm a true Texan, boy. I love being from Texas, boy. Ain't no carpetbagging over here. This ain't no goddamn Canadian bacon, moose humping Ted Cruz crap over here, all right? Ain't no Bush crime family crap over here, boy. Anyway, we got the Individualist in the house, Prepper Capital. We've got Predator Centipede in the house, The Berg 123455 in the house. We've got I'm not going to say that sick-ass name, for Christ's sake. Deport Asho. Oh, Jesus Christ. Leave Asho alone, man. Jesus Christ. You see these haters, man? They're haters, man. Everybody's a hater, We got Fertile Bernie in the house. That's disgusting, for Christ's sake. Ghostonian Weston Chandler. Okay, whatever the hell that means. We've got Paulie Walks. Paul Walker barbecue asshole. That's disgusting, for Christ's sake. We got Mike Nicholson in the house. What's going on? Who else do we got going, folks? Once again, retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, folks. PoliticsGhost is the Twitter account. All one word, no underscores, Milky Liquors, all right? And if you retweet it, I'll give you a Twitter shout-out right here, right now, live on the broadcast, baby. Woo! All right, who else do we got going on over here? We've got regular TCA in the house. What's going on, man? We've got Trump Hambone. Yeah, right, you idiot. Bernie Hunter 12 in the house. Ghost for President 2016. I don't know, man. I think I would shock the world if that happened. Get Wrecked Ghost. I'm not going to say that disgusting. Old crooked ghost. You son of a bitch. Ain't nothing crooked about me, boy. All right? Jesus Christ. I'm as straight as an arrow, boy. You understand that? We got Weeded Dragon in the house. We got Temple Bitch. You stupid dumbass. All right? Leave my dog alone. We've got Ward 24 in the house. TSA for Ghost. Oh, you scumbags. Let me tell you something, you sons of bitches. I hate the TSA. All right? I think they're the most insignificant, overly funded piece of molester, law-induced molestation trash on this side of the globe. I'm sorry. Anyway, we got Chris Anderson in the house smoking in Canada. Oh, that's just wrong, man. Seriously. I mean, look, I'm no fan of Canada, believe me, all right? But I don't believe that, and we're going to talk about this after the Twitter shout-outs, that's what's happening with this inferno should happen to anybody. It's really disgusting and horrible, and, prayers and best wishes to the Canadians that are being affected out there. I'm serious, all right? I know I talk a lot of garbage about Canada. I really don't like Canada, to be honest with you. As I've said, they're the pimple on the ass of America. But, unfortunately, it's some serious business. We'll talk about that here in a second, all right? We've got very funny asshole, okay, real funny asshole. AJ Styles, 1987, Gulf of Texaco. Jesus Christ. Bot Specialist, Sergeant Yoda in the house. PTA Ghost. Oh, Jesus Christ. Rainy days for Texas. Look, that's enough about the goddamn Texas and rain jokes, all right? I'm serious. I mean, we've had some serious rain. I mean, in some parts of Texas out here, it hailed so hard. I mean, it not only broke windows out of cars, for Christ's sake. I mean, I've seen footage where, people that have houses, and I don't understand why people buy siding-based homes, but whatever. Their siding was cracked up all over the goddamn and broken down because of all the damn hail and wind and the rain. I mean, it's just disgusting, man. No more rain, Harp. I mean, we've been having some freaky-ass weather out here in Texas. It's been cool in the mornings, for Christ's sake. I mean, it's the 5th of mayonnaise, for Christ's sake. It's the 5th of mayonnaise, and it's freaking cool in the morning, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Anyway, harping my mellow. Right, that's the next Twitter shout-out. How quaint. Harping my mellow. Real funny, asshole. El Foxo Loco in the house. Taco Capitalist, seriously. Barbecue Fort Mac. Ah, Jesus Christ. Here we go. It's not even like 2 seconds later, for Christ's sake. These idiots are churning out the sick troll terrorist cyber vermin names, for Christ's sake. Oh, my God. We got Mask Pony in the place. I'm not saying that sick-ass name, you son of a bitch. I'm telling you, you guys are sick, man, all right? I'm only going to do a couple more Twitter shout-outs, and then I'm moving on with the broadcast. But good God, with you soulless pieces of trash, all right? I mean, stop making fun of Texas already, baby, all right? I mean, I know I'm listened to throughout the world, all over the internets right now. But I strongly advise you, look up what's been happening out here in Texas, boy. All right? It's not funny. It's horrible. It's horrible. All right, you should be throwing prayers out here as far as I'm concerned. You should be praying for us out here. Anyway, we got Liquid Schwartz in the house. My mom buys me Johnny Walker. Yeah, real funny asshole. I mean, Jesus Christ. Ghost's mom's Anne Frank. Yeah, real funny asshole. Jesus Christ. Toaster Vancouver. Jesus Christ. I mean, do you hear this? I mean, you're soulless, man. Soulless troll terrorist, soulless cyber vermin. Oh, my God. Trump is a ham bone. Yeah, real funny, asshole. Bacon wall of fire. Oh, my God. Tinfoil Texan. All right. Exara Hawks. What's going on? Bureaucrat Ghost. All right, that's enough. All right, get these damn Twitter shout-outs and get them off my screen, engineer. Oh, my God. What a bunch of garbage that I have to deal with, folks. You see this? Do you see what I'm saying, folks? This is the internets out here. For all you folks that are like, I want to get popular, and I want to be a YouTube star, and this is what you're going to have to put up with. And I know I went off on YouTubers yesterday, folks, but I'm telling you, all the drama that True Capitalist Radio has dealt with years ago, all of a sudden it's now starting to affect these YouTube pieces of trash, and everybody's got their own 2 cents to say about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of these stupid YouTubers, man. I mean, first of all, none of them are remotely attractive at all. I mean, they're hard to look at. Many of them have been beaten with the ugly stick, and that's why I don't understand the popularity with these people. I don't get it. They're fruity, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, I'm serious, man. Look, I'm not going off on that subject matter again, but seriously, that's enough, all right? Seriously enough. Anyway, let me go ahead and move on to the next subject matter, shall we? I want to talk a little bit about the Romanian hacker Guccifer. Are you guys familiar with this guy, for Christ's sake? I mean, Guccifer, and the reason he thought he could get away with this, because for the longest time, Romania did not have any kind of extradition treaty as it related to, deporting their citizens to other countries if they happen to partake in some crime within their own country. And for the longest time, a lot of the hackers have come from Romania. That's why a lot of the hackers, come from China. They come from Russia. These people aren't cracking down on these hackers. And when they're found out, the governments don't do anything about it. Well, this was an exception because this Romanian hacker, Guccifer, was literally hacking everybody. And the reason he was hacking them, folks, is because it's really that easy. I mean, he was hacking nudes off of people's cell phones, and why you idiots are taking nudes on cell phones is stupid. It's ridiculous. You deserve to get those leaked as far as I'm concerned, all right? I'm serious, man. What are you doing? Why are people taking nudes of themselves, for Christ's sake? If you were that attractive, you'd be in a magazine showing your ass off and getting paid for it. All right? Or, you'd be out there at least doing pornographic material and getting paid for it, for Christ's sake. But no, you stupid idiots, both male and female, all right? You take selfie nudes of yourself like we all give a crap, all right? And I don't know if you assume that you're going to send them to one person and then that person is going to keep it secret or whatever the hell. I mean, but that's not how it works, you dumb skanks, dumb idiots. All right, it's going to get around. Once you press send, it's already out there. It's out there floating around in the cloud, you idiot. Jesus Christ, I'm serious, man. I mean, I'm sick and tired. Anyway, I'm digressing, but this is where his claim to fame came from. Hacking people's phones, hacking people's email addresses. This was the guy that hacked George Bush Jr.'s email address and, released all those weird emails and correspondence that he was having with his goddamn family, those weird-ass self-portraits of himself. I mean, he hacked a lot of stuff. I mean, if you don't know this guy, Guccifer, by now, you need to do your research, all right? But I believe the reason that they went above and beyond to get this guy out of Romania and to bring him here to America so he could be prosecuted for these crimes was not because he did any of these crimes, these hackings on celebrities. He started messing around with the government, and that's why they snagged his ass. And that's why Guccifer, he's claimed, and I alluded to this yesterday, didn't I say this, folks, that I believed, in my opinion, of course, this isn't proven, but I believe that the Clinton Foundation, the Clinton Global Initiative, or whatever their freaking stupid little pissing ground of a goddamn nonprofit they have, it is nothing more than a front to funnel money to the hands of the Clintons, okay? And they do it via these speaking engagements, and they give these speaking engagements under the guise of the Clinton Foundation, the Clinton Initiative. And if you take a look at all the money that has been transferred to the Clinton Foundation and the Clinton Initiative, and take a look at the parties who have transferred those monies, it starts to make sense why Hillary Rotten Clinton was putting private classified information on a personal server. Because as I've suggested and alleged, that I believe she put those files there on purpose so that they can be hacked by countries who have paid her generous amounts of funds via her campaign and her Clinton initiative with her husband Bill Clinton, generous amounts of money so that they can obtain those secrets via that private server. I mean, this is my opinion, of course, but I believe that she made it too easy, and this is what Guccifer said. Guccifer said that he had been in that damn private Clinton private server. He got around in it, and it was rather easy. So if Guccifer can get a hold of these damn files and documents, what's us to not believe that China, Russia, the Middle East countries, these people that have donated to the Clinton initiative, the Clinton Foundation, how are we supposed to know that they didn't have access? And you see, the Clintons they're disgusting, splitting hair legalese scumbags. What Clinton, when she's finally found out, if she's found out that this was the case, she's going to claim that she didn't know, and that she didn't know that these were hacked files. All kinds of plausible deniability as it relates for her selling private classified material. All right? So as I'm stating, in my personal opinion, I believe that the Clintons and the Clinton Foundation is nothing more than a money funneling operation, and it's a method for these governments to pay the Clintons so that they can either give them information, private access, government influence, whatever. I mean, just take a look at why this Hillary Clinton was so eager to take out Gaddafi, so eager to take out Mubarak. I mean, hell, the woman she's sleeping with, Huma Abedin, all right, she has ties to the Muslim Brotherhood. She's got bloodline ties to the Muslim Brotherhood. Do you understand this? And for you folks that are unaware, yeah, Hillary Clinton and Huma Abedin, they stay in the same hotel room together for long periods of time. So I doubt they're having a slumber party and talking girl talk. All right, I'm sure there's a foul tuna smell coming out of that goddamn room after about an hour or so. For Christ's sake, all right, that's all I'm saying. All right. So once again, I believe that this is more evidence that Clinton put those files in that private server on purpose so that countries with the hacking capability could have access to hack them and get the information that they paid for. And she has plausible deniability against any espionage, negligence, or whatever the case might be. I'm serious. I mean, I'm not joking. Why do you think that the DNC is trying to position Joe Biden to usurp the goddamn nomination from Hillary Rotten? I'm telling you this right now. I mean, as days go by, the possibility becomes more and more probable. I'm serious, man. Anyway, once again, Roman hacker Guccifer claims to have breached the Clinton private server. If he did it, then you goddamn well better know that the Russian hackers did it, the Chinese have done it, and whoever the hell else, whatever foreign entity that donated to the Clinton initiative got to it as well. All right, now I want to talk a little bit about the Fort McMurray fire in Canada. This is a horrific devastation happening to Canada. I'm serious. It's already displaced over 80,000 people from their homes. And from what I've gathered, it has started because of this new shale technology in which they are able to extract oil from shale rock, if I'm not mistaken. Now, once again, I'm not an expert in the new petroleum production methods, but from what I understand, it is related to shale digging, shale production, shale oil. And for some reason, somehow, something got sparked, and this raging inferno is taking place. And I don't know if they're going to be able to stop this son of a bitch. I mean, because whatever they were digging for out there in this shale operation obviously got sparked by something, and all those, whatever's under there needs to burn out if it does at all. I don't know if you folks are familiar of that one hole in Siberia called the Pit of Hell, all right? And basically it's a fire in a hole that is going on. It's been going on since, like, the 60s or 50s or 40s or some kind of crap like that. And the reason is because the Russians were trying to dig for, I believe it was some kind of natural gas, something of that nature. And they found natural gas. Unfortunately, they sparked some kind of a sparking ignition, and the whole goddamn thing went into an inferno, and it's still burning to this day. I'm serious. You can look it up on Google, all right? That's what's so beautiful about the internets, all right? It's some Siberian hole that's burning. I believe it's called the Pit of Hell or something of that nature. But it's burning. And I seriously hope that's not what's going to happen here in Canada or Canada. Because, I mean, it's already displaced 80,000 people, over 80,000 people, and this is serious business. And that's why when you got these scumbags out here making fun of the fire in Canada, I just think it's heartless. It's soulless. It's disgusting. It's filthy, for Christ's sake, man. Look, I am no fan of Canada, believe me. All right? I mean, like I've said, I think that Canada is the pimple on the ass of America. All right? But I don't believe that what's happening over here to these poor people should happen to anybody. I'm serious. All right? I'm not joking. I mean, these are innocent people. And, Canada, they got a boom in oil. You understand? I mean, that's why that Keystone Pipeline is such an important element to the success of their oil production. Because they figure, hey, look, we found oil, we got the shale technology to get it out of our ground, we want to give it to America. We want to sell it to you guys, and we'll just go ahead and put it in the pipeline, and you guys, it's just common sense, all right? But, this doesn't look good for shale oil. I'll tell you this right now. The whole shale technology. Look, I don't know if this is completely related to it. I mean, the whole – everything is very sketchy, obviously, because nobody necessarily wants to take blame for this. But it is alleged that it has something to do with the shale production in the region. And, I just think it's unbelievable. All right? All right? It's unbelievable. All right. Anyway, folks, I want to go ahead and move on. I want to say thoughts and prayers to the people in Canada, folks. All right. Look, I mean, I don't like you people personally, but I don't hate you people. All right. All right. Seriously. I mean, look, if it was a complete, disgusting, filthy communist country, I wouldn't be as sad, but I still wouldn't think that all those simple people that are forced to be communists deserve to die either. So that's what I'm saying, man. No, I'm not. That's communist thinking. That's like Mao Zedong thinking. That's Joseph Stalin thinking. That who cares? Let's kill 1 million people. Let's kill 2 million people. Who gives a crap? I mean, it's not cool, man. All right. I mean, that's why I'm a capitalist. I'm against that crap. All right. I'm against some bureaucrat or some supreme leader bowing down. All right. Bowing down, to, just forget it. I mean, I say this over and over and over again, and I don't know if it, sticks into the psyche of people, man. I mean, sometimes I catch myself in mid-conversation, and I'm like, God damn, are these morons really listening, for Christ's sake? I mean, is this goddamn thing on? Jesus Christ. Give me my drink. Give me my drink, for Christ's sake. Man, I'm telling you. Anyway, sorry, folks. Thoughts and prayers, all right, to the people out there in Canada. All right, I hope that somehow this can be contained. But I hope this is not a situation like the giant hole. The door to hell is what it's called here. I think. Here, let me go ahead. Somebody's found it. I'm going to go ahead and retweet it right now. The door to hell is what it's called. I hope it's not this situation on a more grander scale, because the damn door to hell has been burning for 40 years. So I don't know. Prayers and thoughts to my brethren out there in Canada, man. I'm serious, all right? All right, no more moose humping jokes and maple leaf up the ass having jokes for a little bit, man. I know this is serious business. I'm serious. All right, I mean, I hope this isn't a very serious. It isn't as serious of a situation as I'm anticipating. Anyway, I don't want to get on this subject matter, folks. I just wanted to let everybody know that there is a major fire in Canada, Fort McMurray. If you haven't heard about it, it's already displaced over 80,000 people. It's serious business, man. I mean, I don't think they're going to be able to control it, man. It's serious. I think people need to focus on that, read about it, and pray for these people. Anyway, folks, I think it was about a week or two ago, I was talking a little bit about Turkey and about how the Prime Minister of Turkey, what's this guy's name? Davutoglu, if I'm saying Davutoglu. Sorry if I'm butchering his name, folks. But the Prime Minister of Turkey alluded to this, 2 weeks ago, that the new constitution of Turkey should be secular in nature, okay? And I said that this completely contradicts the president of Turkey and his AK party, I believe it's what it's called, where they are Muslim, devout Muslim. I mean, it was the president Erdogan, or whatever the hell his stupid name is. I think he's a totalitarian son of a bitch. This is the same president of Turkey that's forcing Merkel, and Merkel's bowing down to send one comedian to Turkey to be prosecuted for insulting this stupid son of a bitch. So this is that guy, okay? Now, the Prime Minister, Davutoglu, I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name. This guy who wanted a secular constitution for Turkey has resigned because I'm telling you, the president and his party is putting major pressure on this man and anybody in opposition to the Muslim rise in Turkey, all right? I'm serious, all right? Jesus Christ. I'm serious. I'm not kidding around. I knew there was a power struggle in Turkey, folks. I called this. The prognosticator of prognosticators strikes again. All right? I mean, I knew that as soon as this prime minister suggested that the Constitution will be secular in nature, it was going to contradict everything Erdogan, whatever the hell his stupid name is, the president, the idiot that, can't be insulted by German people without being, give me a break. I knew there was an internal struggle going on, and let me tell you, this secularist prime minister, he better get the hell out of the country as far as I'm concerned, man. I'm sure there's a target on his head, and I think he needs to get out of the country. I think Turkey, in my personal opinion, is going more and more extreme Muslim as opposed to secular as it was, in the 90s and the early 2000s, a fairly secular country. I mean, you had a lot of foreign people from all over the international community converging, actually living there. Not anymore. And lest we forget that it's the president of Turkey, Erdogan. It's this idiot that's basically helping, get ISIS fighters in and out of the theater of combat that ISIS is basically covering in the Middle East. All right? He also helped run guns to ISIS through Turkey. All right? I mean, what do you think Benghazi was about? I'm telling you, Benghazi was not a freaking consulate. It was not a goddamn embassy. All right? It was a CIA operation, man. Why do you think CIA operatives were killed? Why do you think the CIA was protecting the ambassador? All right? I mean, ambassadors should be protected by the army, by the military, for Christ's sake. This was a CIA operation, Benghazi was, all right? And it was for nothing else other than to funnel guns from Turkey and funnel them to these groups out there in the Middle East, which are now ISIS, all right? And you know what Hillary Clinton and the left tried to do? Remember after that Benghazi? Oh, it was because of film. A film did it. Some asshole made a film and they killed our ambassador. What a bunch of lying pricks. And you see the attention span of America, folks, we've just completely forgot about that. You see, this is what these politicians take advantage of. They take advantage of our short attention spans. People forgot about that. People forgot that they told us Benghazi was a result of a goddamn video. I mean, that's what they sold the American public. And then when they were called out for being the piece of garbage, lying trash that they were, they tried to say, well, that's not what we said. We didn't say it was because of a video. I mean, this is the goddamn doublespeak that these damned liberals go by. This is what they think. They think you're that stupid. You know, they think that your attention span is that dumb. They can say one thing one day, and if it's not politically convenient for them to say it another day, they'll say that they never said it that last day. I mean, it's complete and total disgusting, filthy mind games, doublespeak. It's pathetic. That's why every goddamn career politician needs to be thrown out in the unemployment line. And I'm not joking. Every single one of those scumbags. Anyway, for Christ's sake, speaking of Muslims, folks, did you hear what happened in London? For Christ's sake! What's going on, Britannia? Britannia, what in the blue hell is going on to your country? For you folks that are unaware, UK had elections in most of the UK, local, some kind of parliament seats, if I'm not mistaken. But the most important one, folks, was the mayor of London, because the Labour Party, which, they've been in the goddamn news a lot as of late, which is not good, in my personal opinion, for the Brits. But this damn Labour Party put a Muslim, an actual Muslim candidate, as the mayor, to run for mayor of London. And guess what happened today, folks? Guess what happened? They elected a Muslim mayor, for Christ's sake. I mean, good God. I mean, I'm counting down the days that London turns into London-stan, all right? I'm not joking, man. I mean, this is now the new city of London-stan. What is going on, Britannia? What's happening to you? Don't tell me that the socialism has dumbed you guys down so bad that you just do not understand. You do not understand what in the hell's going on. I mean, aren't you looking at France, Germany, the Netherlands, Belgium? I mean, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. I can't believe. What happened, Britannia? What in the blue hell happened to you, Britannia? You've got a Muslim mayor of the largest city in the UK, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, this is just unbelievable. I'm sorry, I'm dumbfounded by this, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, I respect London. I still kind of believe that London is the economic epicenter for the world, but now that you guys out there are electing Muslim mayors, I mean, I'm telling you, the countdown starts today on when London turns into London-stan, all right? Oh, my God, Britannia, I mean, you're losing it, man. You're losing it. A freaking Muslim mayor, man, a Muslim mayor. Now, look, once again, I'm going to get talk garbage to about this. And I know that not every Muslim is a Muslim extremist, okay? Not every Muslim. Okay, but we got over 1 billion Muslims, okay? What about 10% of 1 billion, huh? 10% of 1 billion, you do the goddamn math on that, all right? You do the goddamn math. And that's a lot of 10%. That's a lot of people, folks, all right? And on top of which, that's not the most dangerous aspect of Muslims. The most dangerous aspect is the lack of empathy as it relates to the victims of Muslim extremism. The general Muslim population as a whole is mum, is silent whenever these violent acts of jihadism, of extremism, of Islamic terrorism happen throughout the international community. You hear nothing out of the supposed moderate Muslims. You understand this? You hear nothing. Nothing. I mean, that's the most dangerous aspect of it all. You hear more out of Ben Affleck as it relates to, don't talk that way about Muslims. Don't say that about Muslims. Not all Muslims are like that. How dare you? You know, that typical leftist agitation, getting loud for no goddamn reason type of crap. But I'm saying this right now. Not only are these Islamic jihadist extremists, these terrorists, dangerous, but these supposed moderate Muslims, these supposed Muslims that aren't terrorists, are more dangerous. All right? All right? I'm serious right now. I mean, them not saying a goddamn thing, it's just, I mean, it's worse than the actual guys that are going out here blowing themselves up a la snack bar style. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, these people, the general Muslim community should be up in arms and saying, these people do not represent us. This is not what the prophet said, so on and so forth. All right? Jesus Christ. According to the people in the UK, I'm getting tweets right now, the new London mayor hasn't been announced yet, but over here on this side of the pond, they're already announcing that this guy's your new mayor, all right? All right, I hope that, now that gives me a little bit of optimism for Britannia, because God damn it, man, you cannot do this. I'm sorry, you cannot go out like this, all right? Seriously, you cannot go out. I was a little concerned out here, right? I mean, you know, I'm just, please don't elect a Muslim mayor, Britannia, all right? I mean, I had faith in you guys. I had faith in you guys out there. But, Jesus Christ, I mean, if you guys elect a goddamn Muslim mayor, I don't know what to say. I don't think that your chances of exiting the EU are any more realistic after a mayor is elected that is Muslim to London, man. I mean, because if you got a mayor Muslim, well, then the Muslims are the ones that are embracing the whole EU concept, because once they become citizens of one of the EU countries, one of the EU nations, they can just go to all of them. They're free to roam out there. You know what I'm saying? They're free to go get money. They're free to go get jobs, for Christ's sake, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm not kidding around. I feel bad for Britannia, man, right now. I'm serious. And this is what's going to happen to America. Why do you think Barack Obama, and look, whenever he talks about these refugees, look at whenever he speaks about refugees in a press conference, whenever he speaks about it to a group of people, he can barely contain himself from smiling and smirking. This is the only time I've ever seen, aside from when Ben Carson made him look like a freaking idiot in that National Prayer Breakfast that one time, this is the only other time I have seen Barack Obama break through his, his persona, his very smooth, cerebral persona. I'm telling you, folks, look it up. Look up any, press conference where he discusses Syrian refugees. This idiot is like laughing. You can tell, he's just like Angela Merkel. I mean, they want to see these countries go into complete disarray. These bureaucrats want to see people in complete submission, scared, fear. They want to implement totalitarianism, for Christ's sake, man. Look it for yourself, man. I'm telling you this right now. Barack Obama has spoke on the Syrian refugee situation in a variety of different press conferences. I mean, the most recent one that I can think of is when he went to go visit Angela Merkel, which is a slap in the mouth to America. All right? But take a look at that press conference. This guy can barely contain himself. He wants to smile when talking about it because he knows what the end goal of that is, for Christ's sake. The end goal is Germany. The end goal is Germany. where you can't even make fun of a damn politician without being sentenced to jail, without being prosecuted, for Christ's sake, man. You can't even criticize policy of damn bureaucrats in Europe without being shown up by the cops showing up to your goddamn house, or you being taken away. I mean, seriously, man. I mean, I'm not joking around. This is serious business, America. I mean, just do a search for what's happening in Germany right now, man. It's disgusting. I mean, why do you think Angela Merkel, and I reported on this for the past couple of days, she is trying to organize an EU army? Why do you think she wants to do that? Because I have said, and I've suggested many times on this broadcast, that people in the German military, some higher up, some general that has enough influence within the damn military needs to assume command and arrest Angela Merkel, as far as I'm concerned, all right? Now, whether or not that will ever happen, I doubt it, all right? Because I don't know what happened to Germany, but I doubt it, all right? But I think that's what needs to happen, because I believe that Angela Merkel is taking utter gratification in seeing her own country being destroyed. And you see, that's what Obama's trying to do, folks, by bringing in these Syrian refugees, trying to cut the wait time by not vetting these people, even though the FBI, the head of the FBI, says there's no way to vet these people. There is no documentation process for these people. These people aren't in any kind of a goddamn system. But no, you see, you got Obama, and look, I'm telling you, look up these goddamn press conferences when he talks about it. All right? I mean, he's smiling, he's smirking. He's going to take the same gratification that Angela Merkel's taking in the destruction of Germany. I'm telling you, these career politicians, these bureaucrats, they're soulless. I'm not kidding you when I say that. They are soulless, man. Don't believe a career politician ever, ever. They're complete soulless liars. Complete soulless liars. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry to get off keister there, folks, but man, look, they're already telling us over here in America that it looks like, what's this guy's name? Sadiq Khan is going to be the mayor of London. Now, of course, I'm sure they're counting those ballots. They're doing whatever it takes to figure out who is the mayor of London, and I hope that it isn't. All right, but if it is London, Britannia, man, I don't know what to say to you guys, man. I mean, I think it may be too late for you. I mean, if the Muslims have that much of an influence within your political system that they can actually elect leaders that can affect public policy, well, then y'all are in some serious trouble as far as I'm concerned. And it doesn't look very well for that Brexit vote. I'm telling you, this does not look well if Khan is elected the mayor of London. I mean, this is a bad sign. I'm telling you, this is not a good day to be from Britannia. All right? And it's sad. Remember, I've been talking to you guys for a while now. I've been for the Brexit. I mean, this is just a horrible day. I'm sorry for folks that are out there in the UK. I mean, this is just horrible. This is just utterly horrible. But, hey, coming soon to America, folks. Coming soon to America thanks to Mr. Yes We Can, all right? And he could care less about what you say, what you think. He's going to smile in your face when these, sleeper cells that he invites in here and gives goddamn welfare to, for Christ's sake. I mean, I don't know what you're going to say then. What, are you going to give him an excuse then, like you've been giving him an excuse for 8 years, for Christ's sake? Pathetic, man. Anyway, that's enough, all right? I'm sorry. I don't know what to say about London electing a goddamn Muslim mayor. I don't know what to say about that. I'm sorry, all right? I don't believe that the majority of Muslims are against Islamic extremism. Now, I'm not saying they're all terrorists, okay? You don't have to be a terrorist to sympathize with terrorism, all right? I've always said silence is consent. So when you've got over 1 billion Muslims and the majority of them are silent or they rejoice every time there's a goddamn terrorist act in the international community or in America, that's a serious problem. All right? That's a serious problem. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a drink, and this is to my condolences to Britannia. All right? A once great country, a once great proud people, a once great proud nation. It looks like, and I hope that it's not, folks, but it looks like it's going to be another victim of socialism, just like Germany, just like France, just like Belgium, just like the Netherlands. Another victim of socialism, folks. I mean, how many more socialist countries have to destroy themselves or be destroyed before people start realizing that socialism sucks, all right? I mean, socialism is a walking disaster area. And look, I'm no fan of Churchill, but he did say a phrase that was rather catchy. He did say that, look, socialism only equally distributes the misery to all. That's all it is. It just distributes misery to everybody. That's all it is. That's all it is. I'm serious, folks. I'm not joking. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing European countries falling to socialism. I'm sick of American people still falling for socialism, for Christ's sake. I'm sick of it all, man. And that's why I'm up here, folks. That's why I'm saying a Trump presidency is necessary. All right? It's necessary, all right? He's going to change the international front, all right? He's going to promote capitalism throughout the world, for Christ's sake. He's going to show that capitalism is the model for every country in the world. And how is he going to do that? Well, by God, he is going to implement the economic policies necessary to pay down our debt, to bring production back to America, make Made in America mean something again, and have the international community clamoring for our products. You know? I'm serious. I'm not kidding around, folks. I mean, this is that important of an election. That's why I'm telling each and every one of you, you have to vote. You have to be for Trump, for Christ's sake, man. Even if you hate the man. He is anti-international bureaucratic establishment. I'm serious, man. I mean, what is putting you on the sidelines, for Christ's sake? What is? I don't get it. What is wrong with you people? Trump is our last line in the sand for America, folks. Look at the goddamn international community. Look at all the socialist countries. They're tumbling. They're falling. Oh, my God. I'm sorry if I sound so somber at this point in time, because I'm genuinely struck by what is happening in London. I'm struck by it. I mean, I almost want to get a little emotional about it, for Christ's sake. I mean, a Muslim mayor in London? Oh, man. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I'm just sorry, man. I'm usually, full of energy. I mean, I'm usually like, talking 100 miles an hour. But what's really getting me, man, is just it's getting to the point now where I'm seeing all of Europe being destroyed, man. All of it. All of it's being destroyed. I mean, it's just hard to look at, man. It's hard to see. I've been to some of these places, man. I mean, it's hard to just fathom. It's hard to wrap my head around, for Christ's sake. Oh, my God. Anyway, I'm going to move on to another subject. Let me have another drink, folks. I'm going to have a moment of silence, all right? A moment of silence for London and Britannia. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me have another drink. Give me my drink! Jesus Christ. Oh. Man, I'm telling you, Britannia, I'm horrible. Horrible, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for Britannia today. All right, everybody's celebrating Cinco de Mayo. which I call the fifth of mayonnaise. I now declare Cinco de Mayo the fifth of mayonnaise, for Christ's sake. Hey, Mexicans, all right? You can't celebrate two different Independence Days, all right? I mean, first of all, that makes you look uncredible, and second of all, it makes you look like alcoholics. I'm serious. You know that they celebrate Cinco de Mayo and Dias de Seis, all right? These are two different Independence Days. One from the French, one from the Spanish, for Christ's sake. You know, I mean, Jesus Christ. What a joke, all right? The fifth of mayonnaise is what I call it, all right? The fifth of mayonnaise. Anyway, I'm going to get to this last subject, then we're going to get to radio graffiti, folks. Did you all hear about Kim Jong-un? Kim Jong-un is cracking down on his own people for the next 70 days. He's going to make them work round the clock. He doesn't want to have any funerals. There's no celebrations. There's nothing. This is all so that he and his elites can celebrate this weekend. Yeah, that's right. People are they're supposed to cut back on their food. They're supposed to work, all day, all night. There's no funeral, so if you die, you're just going to dump you in a damn shit bag and throw you in a damn pile of dirt. All right? I mean, this is what he has said on his state-run media. So this fat, cheese-eating piece of trash can go, him and his elites can go out and party, like it's freaking 1999. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. I'm not kidding around. I mean, this is what it is. All right? And I hate this fat piece of garbage, Kim Jong-un, all right? I mean, all he's doing the same thing his father and his grandfather are doing, all right? I mean, they're extorting the international community for money. I mean, these idiots, they can't produce anything. They're more worried about sustaining their own totalitarian power. These leaders are more worried about making themselves gods in the minds of North Koreans, for Christ's sake. Meanwhile, I mean, what did I read recently? The average South Korean is like 4 to 5 inches taller than your average North Korean. Why is that? Because North Korea isn't eating anything, man. And when you don't eat and you're not properly nourished, the body doesn't grow. The bones don't grow. All right? I mean, just Jesus Christ, this is just common goddamn sense. But have you seen some of the latest pictures of Kim Jong-un's fat, jelly, Jabba the Hutt, chopstick-eating ass self? I mean, what a piece of trash, man. I mean, I'm telling you, what a piece of garbage. And look, I'm telling you, as much as he's saber-rattling, he doesn't have the balls, all right, to invade South Korea. And I believe South Korea is prepared. If Kim Jong-un had any inkling of going and implementing Kim Jong-il's unification by force policy. All right, I'm serious. But in my opinion, all he's doing by, propping up these, overgraded firecrackers that he's trying to pass off as rockets, the only reason he's doing that is so that the international community gives him more money. All right, that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it, for Christ's sake. So anyway, I'm just screw you, Kim Jong-un. I hope you die, Kim Jong-un, you fat piece of ungrateful trash. And I hope, much like Stalin, that when you die, you see something that horrifies you so much that you look like you're about to piss your pants. Because this is really what happened to Stalin. Those that were around him said that he was just lying in his bed. He opened his eyes like in complete and utter shock. He gets up off his bed and points to something, and he's scared shitless, and then the guy just drops dead. And I hope that, in my personal opinion, if there is a devil and a Satan, I hope that he's raping Joseph Stalin with a freaking pitchfork right now. Son of a bitch. Anyway, that's enough. Let's go ahead and get to radio graffiti right now. That's right, folks. I'm talking about radio graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you have to do, folks, is give me a call right now at 516-453-9903, and when I call on your Skype name or on your area code, you have exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind, folks. All right? And before I get to Radio Graffiti, I want to remind everybody we're going to have a Baller Friday edition tomorrow. Free format Friday, all right? We're going to talk about anything that you want to talk about tomorrow. So if you call up and I start calling on you prior to Radio Graffiti, please have something to talk about, all right? I'm serious. I don't care what it is. I don't care if, you need girlfriend advice. I don't care, all right? Leave the prank calls and Radio Graffiti crap to Radio Graffiti, all right? Tomorrow, Baller Friday, free format edition. Spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know. And by the way, folks, if you haven't already done so, follow me on Twitter, Politics Goddamn Ghost. Well, Politics Ghost, all right? All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. All right, and of course, the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Every episode I have ever produced is there to download absolutely free. Going back as far back as 2008, baby. 2008. Woo! Anyway, let's go ahead and get to Radio Graffiti right now. All right, 509 Radio Graffiti.
Oh, give me a home where the Templetons roam, where the beer and the bureaucrats stay. Where...
Now, shut up, you stupid moron, and leave my dog alone already, for Christ's sake. 727 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, man, are there any handicap ramps on the Trump train?
Yeah, you son of a bitch. Look, I'm getting a little sick and tired of you idiots, and I'm serious when I say this, that are insisting that I'm crippled, that I'm handicapped, that I'm a paraplegic or some crap. I am not a cripple, all right? So stop it. Stop it already. 786 Radio Graffiti. Oh, Jesus Christ. Helen Keller, deaf mute. How about 808 Radio Graffiti?
Well, to identify who exactly is a Jew, the more Jewish blood somebody has, the easier it is to spot them. To successfully identify a Jew, you have to examine all of their facial features. You have to look at their facial shape, nose, ears, eyes, mouth, and listen to their voice. People with Jewish blood always have more than one Jewish feature. I personally look for 3 or more features to decide if somebody is Jewish. Nearly all Jews have naturally curly and coarse hair. This is due to being mixed with...
What kind of sick, twisted crap is that? Some little girl teaching anti-Semitic crap. I mean, what the hell is that? A real black guy, Radio Graffiti.
This is True Midget Radio. True Midget Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of booster seats. Give him stilts or give him that.
That's it. Period.
And now, he'll take it from here. The boy who never grew up, the man they call Ghost.
God damn son of a... Damn it! You son of a bitch! You goddamn son of a bitch, that's my intro! Stop messing with my intro, you stupid scumbags! Yeah, real funny. Yeah, True Midget Radio. You son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. I mean, do you hear this, people? Do you hear this? Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me that freaking mic. Do you hear this, folks? Huh? True Midget Radio. I'm not a midget, first of all right? I'm not even too fond of midgets, all right? I'm sorry if you're a midget. I'm sorry. But I'm not too fond of them. I'm scared of them, to be honest with you. Look, I'll take that back. They don't scare. I had a midget bartender on 6th Street that was a pretty good bartender. At a bar called, it used to be called Bar Austin. It's something else now, but he was a pretty good bartender. Anyway, I don't want to get off on some midget soliloquy. Anyway, 786 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, I swear to God, I saw your ass getting kicked at the Midnight Cowboy the other day. You were.
Yeah, you kidding me, boy? First of all, I wouldn't be at any place called the Midnight Cowboy. That sounds like a closet homosexual rustler situation. And secondly, I don't get my ass kicked, boy. I'm kicking ass. Do you understand that? I'm kicking ass out here. It ain't nothing for me to whoop a man's ass. I'm telling you this right now, boy. All right? I mean, if I clench my fists and I put them in my pocket, I could get arrested for carrying illegal weapons, baby. Do you understand this? I'm not joking. I mean, sometimes I go down to 6th Street and look for bar brawls so I can just get into, so I can get some exercise. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. Whenever I see that there's a potential bar brawl about to happen, I look for somebody that I just don't like. For whatever reason, I don't like the way they look. I don't like the way they're talking. I don't like the way they're acting. And once the bar brawl starts commencing, I start punching that idiot in the face. All right? I'm serious. I'm not kidding. All right? Anyway, who else do we got? We got 810 Radio Graffiti.
I mean, hell, in my personal opinion, Donald Trump is a good piece of ass.
Shut up and stop besmirching the great name of Donald Trump, boy. This man has sparked the capitalist revolution, and the capitalists have taken over the GOP. It's our party now, boy. It belongs to us. Woo! 952 Radio Graffiti.
Hello, Ghost. This is Penis the Clown again. Just want to let you know, if you're ever in the need of a quick buck, I'm always looking for talented talented little people such as yourself, and for my act.
Jesus Christ, you stupid freak show, pedophile sounding clown. I'm not a midget, all right, you idiots. Let's not start that troll now, all right? 813 Radio Graffiti. I hate these stupid YouTube stars, all right? I can't stand them. They make me sick.
That's fine. You're perfectly allowed to think that about me. I'd suggest just ignoring me then from now on, because clearly I am not for you. But, I mean, everyone's annoying to somebody. You're probably annoying to somebody else. I'm annoying to a lot of people.
Yeah, just shut up, all right? I'm serious about those YouTube stars. I'm sick of them. I don't like them. They're self-absorbed assholes that believe that every little crap that happens in their life that everybody wants to see. No one gives a crap about you stupid little people, all right? Whatever got you popular, whether you're a little prankster or whether you do, dumb garbage on video that goes viral, for Christ's sake, outside of your little gimmicks and outside of your little stupid stunts and pranks, no one cares about you, what you do, what you purchase, who you're banging. No one cares. 269 Radio Graffiti.
Geico presents sharing versus oversharing. Earlier this week, Claire Tippins shared a princess nickname generator, 3 pictures of her dog wearing a tutu, and 2 online quizzes, including what candy is your dream castle made of? Claire, your sharing has tipped the sugar scale and turned into oversharing. But have no fear, princess. Geico has something worth sharing with your internet kingdom, like how you could save hundreds on your car insurance just by visiting geico.com. No magic wand required. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Hey, Ghost, I'm a paraplegic veteran and a huge fan of Trump and yourself. I know you would support this due to your predicament, but I'm writing a letter to Trump to include in his health care bill free wheelchairs for people like you and me who can't afford them. I really can't wait for Trump to...
you see, now that was a decent troll, because now if I say something about the guy, it makes it look like I'm, making fun of a paraplegic veteran, all right? Decent troll, jerk off. Burncastle Witch, Radio Graffiti.
Trump Senpai, I'm here. Hello, hi. Not this me, Trump Senpai. Trump Senpai, Trump Senpai, Trump Senpai. Hi, Trump Senpai. How are you doing? I am Yoko. I am a Japanese living in Japan, and today I wanted to make a video for you again because I want you, Trump Senpai.
No, none of this anime crap. No. We're not doing that today, all right? 239 Radio Graffiti.
Oh, well, howdy-ho there, Ghost. It's Mickey Mouse. Hey, I just wanted to let you know I was building a water ride based off of Texas for the park, and I wanted to see if you, an engineer, wanted to be the cartoon characters for it. Let me know so we can get things rolling.
First of all, that's an asshole thing to say, and secondly, it's even more of an asshole to say it as Mickey Mouse, all right? You prick. All right, it's serious business, this rain out here in Texas, boy. This is serious business. Intro bang, Radio Graffiti.
WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 sexiest women in anime. Although beauty is in the eye of the beholder, for this list we've chosen...
No, shut up, you stupid, dumbass, idiot, anime, sexualizing cartoon freak shows. We're not doing that today, you stupid, hairy palm scumbags. 716 Radio Graffiti. No, don't mix me with John Cena, all right? I don't understand the fixation of John Cena. I mean, personally, I think John Cena's a nice guy, but I don't like his stupid character, and you can't see me, and, you know, I think I'm black, but I'm white. No, I don't think so. Pivot Idiot Radio Graffiti.
My dick, I love you. It's not my dick. I want to hear my dick. It's not that I want my dick, not my dick, but if you only my dick, how easy my dick would be to show my dick how you feel. More my dick is all you have, my dick to make my dick.
Man, you know, get that. What a horrible way to ruin such a nice song. You know that? I mean, give me a freaking break, man. Jesus Christ. The only goddamn hit Extreme ever did, for Christ's sake, and you people have ruined it. 808 Radio Graffiti.
Hello, American Ghost. This is Kim Jong-un wishing to advocate for future great leader of Communist America, Hillary Clinton. She promised me to get my initial up, if you know what I mean.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Look, I wouldn't doubt if Kim Jong-un was actually freaking campaigning for Hillary Rotten. Wouldn't doubt it if he funneled money in the damn Clinton Foundation, for Christ's sake. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, boy. I wouldn't doubt it. 435 Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ, with these damn remixes, man. Renegade Supreme Radio Graffiti. It's time for the bureaucrat to run this country.
Yeah, dude.
Theocracy
is good.
Theocracy
Is my pal.
You stupid scumbag. I hate bureaucrats, and everybody out there knows it. Stop it with those kinds of splashes, boy. Jesus Christ. Exora Hawks, Radio Graffiti. Oh, man, London Bridge is falling down. That's the true capitalist penis there. 781 Radio Graffiti.
Rape isn't funny because rape isn't a joke. In fact, it's super duper serious. Studies have proven that even joking about rape is equal to, if not more rapey than the act of rape itself.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What kind of leftist garbage was that crap? Cosmo Brockington, Radio Graffiti. Spaghetti on the meatball. Spaghetti. Spaghetti. I need the spaghetti. 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 God damn it, Cosmo Brockington. Don't remix me with that scumbag Eminem, that sellout racist bastard who's making a mockery of Black Strife. Jesus Christ. 678 Radio Graffiti.
Yo, I'm celebrating Taco Tuesday here with my EBT card.
Yeah, well, who cares, all right, boy? I hope you chew on a rubber tortilla and choke on it, boy. The People's Republic of China, Radio Graffiti. Give me the drug that shrinks my penis and, gives me a heart attack. And I'm talking about the Johnny Walker Blue Label. Shut up, you scumbag. I was talking about cocaine in that reference, and screw you with that splice, boy. We got Karaz, 2009, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I think we got a bit of a situation here. Net neutrality is under attack again because these net providers are trying to raise the prices under our noses.
Yeah, well, I kind of knew that was going to happen, unfortunately, there, Karaskin. It's really unfortunate that they need broadband. And guess who started buying up those broadband companies? You guessed it, the owners of them right now. Teutonic Plague, Radio Graffiti.
So, Ghost, you've been a member of Star Wars Hotels for a long time, I imagine, and you've got access to the cocktail bar. Does this mean you're a part of their Jedi Club? And if so, don't pay your dues until they send you your fucking lightsaber, man. I'm serious.
Yeah, well, I'm not really a member of anything like that, but I don't really want a lightsaber. Sorry there. Who else? One more, and then we got to go, all right? Let's see. Make it count 940, Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, would you mind getting off of your wheelchair so I can lick your fat jelly ass?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Take about 10 steps away from my butt crack with that damn talk. Anyway, folks, it looks like I may do just a couple of Radio Graffiti calls post-show. And the only way that you can listen to the post-show right now is if you call and listen in via the phone, 516-453-9903. I'm going to go ahead and, make some room for anybody who wants to call. I mean, you better do it now if you want to listen to the post-Radio Graffiti show, folks. All right, 516-453-9903. Folks, go ahead and follow me on Twitter as well. All right, follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost. All right, and bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you for tuning in with me. Tomorrow is a Baller Friday, free format edition. Same place, same time. 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Long live the capitalist army, baby. Long live the capitalist army. It's a capitalist revolution. It's a capitalist revolution, baby. All right, and we are officially off the air right now. The only way that you're able to listen to this broadcast is if you're listening via the phone at this point in time, folks, all right? I want to thank you for tuning in with me. You are now into the post-show edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. Now, I do want to reiterate, folks, that I am going to expand the show possibly next month in June. We got a lot of things going on this summer. The summer is usually packed to the hills with people on the internets, and they're going to be listening to this show on a frequent basis. So we got a lot of things coming to the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, all right? Now, not only are we going to extend the show an hour next month, but I've also got a book that I am writing, folks, and believe it or not, it is not a book for capitalists that are experienced. It's not a book for capitalists that kind of know what they're doing. I am writing a bare-bones, dumbed-down book, all right? And I'm making it as easy as possible so that even a child, even a ambitious child who knows how to read and write can take the information that I'm putting in this book and become an actual successful capitalist, all right? I'm serious. And let me tell you, I'm not going to charge a lot of money for this book. I'm just going to release it via the internet, so it'll be purely digital, okay? And I'm serious. I want people to, if you are one of those people that are going to make excuses on why you're not a capitalist, why you hate capitalism, why you love socialism, and you haven't taken any initiative to make yourself a capitalist, I would strongly advise you to buy this book when I finally put it out. I'm still sketching it out. I'm still writing it every single day. I'm doing a lot of things, folks, all right? But the reason that I'm talking about this book now is because I give it about 2 weeks, possibly the end of the month, and I'm going to have this book out, folks, and it's for idiots. I'm telling you. I mean, how to be a capitalist for, people that don't know how to be a capitalist, all right? I'm talking that people that make every excuse in the book on why they're unsuccessful. If you follow the blueprint that I'm putting forth in this book, you will be a successful capitalist, folks, all right? I'm serious. I mean, this is that kind of a book. I mean, for all you people that are making excuses that, I can't do it, it's too hard, I don't get it, where am I supposed to go? I'm giving you in this book, all right, I mean, an easy method. If you have absolutely almost nothing, if you follow this book, you will be a successful capitalist. All right? I'm serious, and I'm making it very easy to read. All right? I'm not trying to be elitist about this and, make some very hard to articulate, very hard to comprehend book. I want everybody who reads it to become an actual successful capitalist. All right? Because we need more capitalists in this world, folks. And look, there isn't a book that basically explains this in a very simplistic manner. Very simple language, outlining, hey, what do I need to do to be a successful capitalist? What do I do to make my own dreams come true? What do I do? I'm going to tell you what to do, folks. So look for that. And on top of which, folks, I am going to sell a widget, folks. Now, I haven't decided what it's going to be yet, but a widget in which you can purchase. And proceeds from this particular widget are going to go right into the show, meaning that when I raise revenues with the sale of this particular widget, I'm going to use proceeds from that to basically give cash prizes for listeners of this True Capitalist Radio broadcast for different endeavors, for different contests, making it more interactive, making it a reason to listen to the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. I'm not kidding around. I got big plans for the True Capitalist Radio show, so stay tuned. And, folks, please spread it around like wildfire that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, for Christ's sake. All right, go to the forums, go to the blogs, go to the social networks, and let everybody know True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, baby. You understand? I'm serious. I mean, I'm sitting up here. I'm committing the time, the energy, the effort to produce this show. The least you can do is help me spread the word about it, folks. All right? Come on, man. Come on, man. Anyway, folks, a lot of things in the pike for the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. I'm excited about it. I cannot wait. I cannot wait, for Christ's sake. All right? I can't wait. I'm serious. I cannot wait. Anyway, folks, I'm going to go ahead and get back to a little bit of Radio Graffiti, and then I'm getting the hell out of here. Once again, tomorrow is going to be a free format edition of the True Capitalist Radio Show, Baller Friday, baby. And that means I am going to take the calls right away. I'm going to take your calls, and please, if you call up, have something to discuss, have something to talk about. I'll talk about anything you want to talk about. But please refrain from pulling your Radio Graffiti shenanigans to Radio Graffiti, all right? And of course, we'll have a longer Radio Graffiti tomorrow, and we'll also have a longer third-hour edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast as well. So once again, it's an exciting Baller Friday. And of course, folks, I am considering having another anti-Mother's Day edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast this Sunday. I'm seriously considering it, all right? I may even put a poll or something on Twitter to see if the people want to hear it, for Christ's sake. Politics Ghost is the name to follow on Twitter. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost, all right? I can't wait for Baller Friday, baby. And remember, have something to talk about, for Christ's sake, all right? I don't care what it is, as long as it's a serious subject matter. All right, let's get back to Radio Graffiti, and let's get back to it right now. All right, 712, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, would you be willing to talk about your wheelchair injuries for us?
Yeah, shut up, you idiot, all right? Shut your stupid ass, for Christ. You know what, for you idiots, you know what? Hey, engineer, put on some goddamn music so I can show these people, since it's the 5th of mayonnaise, Cinco de Mayo, I could do some goddamn Ford Lorico or some crap, all right, just to prove to these scumbags that I am not a cripple, all right? Can you put on some music, please? All right, put it on here. Let me get ready to do some Ford Lorico, all right? Uh-oh. Mover la colita. Oh, yeah. It's the 5th of mayonnaise. A mover la colita. Avel. I'm Avela Colita. Here, I'm going to go ahead and do for Lorico. Listen. I'm going to do for Lorico. Listen. Do you hear it? Do you hear me? I'm stomping my feet. I'm doing for Lorico. Listen. Do you hear me? I'm doing for Lorico. Yeah. Avel. I'm Avela Colita. Avel. I'm Avela Colita. Avel. I'm Avela Colita. Listen to me. I'm stomping my feet. I'm doing for Lorico. Do you hear it? Are y'all hearing it? Do you hear it right now? Listen. I'm doing for Lorico. I'm stomping my feet. I'm doing for Lorico. Yeah. I told you. I'm doing for Lorico. Avel. I'm Avela Colita. Avel. I'm Avela Colita. Avel. I'm Avela Colita. Avel. All right, that's enough. Turn it off, engineer. That's about enough of this. Turn it off. Shut it off. This should prove to all you scumbags, all right, that I am not a cripple, all right? All right, I just did for Lorico right now, for Christ's sake, man. I'm a little winded, for Christ's sake, because I have to show you scumbags that I am not a cripple. Let me take a swig of this goddamn drink here. Take a swig of this drink. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to a couple more calls of Radio Goddamn Graffiti, and then I'm out of here. Good stuff, baby. Good stuff. Let's get back to Radio Graffiti, all right? How about Dark Sword, Radio Graffiti? Dark Sword, Radio Graffiti. I mean, who else besides 11-year-old girls are capitalists? Joseph Stalin and Vladimir Lenin. Don't you understand, folks? Shut up. I mean, first of all, that was a horrible splice. And secondly, don't mix me with fruity-ass Duran, all right? Thai Fruit Dragon, Radio Graffiti. Shoot. Jesus Christ. I mean, give me a break, man. I mean, I thought this was unproven. This was proven years ago. I am not a Jew, all right? All right, I use yarmulkes for coffee filters, all right? Jesus Christ. Who else do we got? Bill, Radio Graffiti. Yeah, real funny, asshole. 732 Radio Graffiti.
Your time is finished. Your time is ghost. We're going to take over the country. I'm not kidding around, folks. This is a capitalist party.
Jesus Christ. Another John Cena remix? For Christ's sake. 574 Radio Graffiti. It will be legal in Texas to shoot Greg Abbott. Don't talk about my governor, boy. Don't talk about my governor, you piece of trash. All right, because of Greg Abbott, I'm telling you, out here in Texas, you know, we can walk around with guns, all right, like it ain't nothing. I mean, open carry is the law in Texas, baby, all right? I'm serious. I'm considering getting some all, like, silver shotguns or some kind of an all-silver or gold type of, assault rifle or something, and just walk around town with that crap, man. Walk around. You know, like it's a freaking accessory out here. I'm serious, folks. If you don't believe me, come out here to Texas, boy. You understand? Come out here to Texas and start committing crime and see if your ass doesn't get blasted out here. Don't make fun of my damn governor, boy. Don't make fun of my governor. Divine Clan, Radio Graffiti.
I'm here with presidential candidate Donald Trump. Mr. Trump, what are your thoughts on Ghost from True Capitalist Radio?
He's one of the great sleazebags of our time.
You son of a bitch. You are a son of a bitch. Let me tell you something, you scumbag. I'm going to tell you this right now, all right? I am in close with the Trump campaign. I just want to reiterate that, all right? I'm serious, folks. I'm telling you this right now. All right? I mean, haven't you noticed? Look, I don't think it's a coincidence that when I came back, all right, not only is Donald Trump basically curbing a lot of his economic policies and his foreign policies based upon crap that I said years ago, but have you noticed that the rhetoric from Alex Jones is also changing a little bit? Haven't you noticed that? Everybody used to claim that I used to sound like Alex Jones. Now people are starting to say that Alex Jones is starting to sound like me, boy, and that's why I don't like him personally. All right? That's why I don't personally like the man, all right? I'm sorry. All right? Maybe I could squash it one day. Maybe, we could have an interview in the near future with one another or something. I mean, I'll squash it when he finally admits that, I inspired him or something. He ripped me off. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, Matt Cook, Radio Graffiti.
Come with me, you'll be,
Jesus Christ, your 386 SX computer can't lift the freaking voice packets to the goddamn server, for Christ's sake. And get off your net zero connection. 808 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, guys, it's me, the Herpy Fairy. I'm going to give all those bureaucrats some of my herpes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can you get benefits for having herpes? I don't think you can get benefits for having herpes. I mean, if you can get benefits from having herpes, that means like 1 in 3 people would have freaking disability or some crap. I'm serious. I'm not joking, man. I'm telling you, these venereal diseases are more frequent than you can imagine, and I'm sure most of you that are imagining have them, all right? Anyway, Boshi, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, love your show. Keep it up. Just wanted to clear up something. I'm sorry I said you were in a wheelchair last time. I didn't know I was going around, but give you credit. Hope to see you at Highland Park United Methodist Church in Dallas, Texas. Buzz Aldrin will be signing his new book, No Dream is Too High, Life Lessons from a Man Who Walked on the Moon, and we hope to see you there. It's May 22nd, and there'll be
look, let me tell you something, all right? I don't have anything to say to Buzz Aldrin, all right? He's an 80-year-old prostate-infected scumbag that went on Dancing with the Stars, all right? I mean, he just divorced his third wife, second wife, fourth wife, whatever the hell. He just divorced her here like a couple of years ago. I don't understand old people that divorce their significant others. I mean, you're an old prostate-infected 80-year-old piece of trash. What, do you think you're going to put yourself back on the market or something? I mean, get him off my goddamn freaking switchboard. Like I've got time for this old prostate-infected Buzz Aldrin, for Christ's sake. This fake moon landing NASA astronaut, all right? Give me a break. Anyway, 317 Radio Graffiti. Oh, Jesus Christ, Helen Keller, deaf mute. Why'd you even call, for Christ's sake? Capitalizing with you, Radio Graffiti. Herpes, 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 herpes. Jesus Christ, I just said that. For Christ's sake. You already got a goddamn remix? I just said that. Jesus Christ. Orof, Radio Graffiti.
Hello guys, this is Coin. Today was the Holocaust Memorial Day in Israel, so I just want to give a shout out to the 6 million Jews that were murdered in the Holocaust.
Yeah, no kidding. I do understand it is that day, and very sad day indeed. Critical Sands, Radio Graffiti.
Go. Turn around and shake my cock. Oh my. If I make poo-poo in my britches, who's gonna clean me?
Oh, Jesus Christ. You sick, twisted freaks, man. Sick, twisted freaks. El Foxo Loco, Radio Graffiti.
Then I tapped with full force
And on the count of 3, a judicious projection of cum splattered Ann Coulter's face. Fucking owned, I said. And she, standing in her underwear, fully grasped Ronald Reagan's ever-expanding direction. Afterward, former President Bill Clinton rose to speak. BJ, please, he said. I gave him a seriously sexual suck on his cock that would make you feel incredibly lucky. My work on his shaft was much better than Monica. And anyway, well, I've been thinking about it, and I've decided I love pie. I'd gotten some taste of growing the pie and baking the pie and governing the pie and shipping.
Jesus, that's enough, for Christ's sake. That's horrible. That's Barack Obama's voice, for Christ's sake. Did he actually say that? Good God. Jesus Christ. I mean, I got to take a shower after hearing that from Barack Obama's filthy, disgusting, bureaucratic psychopath mouth. Jesus Christ, folks. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut it short here, folks, all right? I will extend the broadcast a whole hour on tomorrow's broadcast. I'm talking about Baller Friday, all right? I'm looking forward to it. I hope you're looking forward to it, all right? Spread it around like wildfire that we are in effect in the house. All right, please go ahead and bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And follow me on Twitter, baby. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. Once again, folks, I am excited. It's going to be a free format Baller Friday edition tomorrow on the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. I'm encouraging everybody to call in. We're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. We're going to try to take as many callers as we possibly can. All right, and of course, please refrain your stupid prank calls and your radio graffiti shenanigans to radio graffiti, please. All right, I'm serious. All right, so think about what you want to discuss. Think about what you want to talk about, and be sure to give me a call. And let me tell you, the phone lines start lighting up 15 minutes prior to the broadcast. All right. And what I'm sorry, they just do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take as many calls I possibly can, and whenever I take a call, hang up on a call, just keep calling, baby. All right. I mean, if you seriously want to discuss something with us, just keep trying. All right. It's going to be a great free format edition of the True Capitalist Radio Show tomorrow for Baller Friday. All right. I'm excited. I hope you're excited, for Christ's sake. And one more time before I get off this broadcast, please. All right. Spread the link around like wildfire. Right? Whenever I tweet that I'm about to come on the air, or that True Capitalist Radio is 45, 30 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever minutes, all right, retweet that son of a bitch, all right? I mean, go to the blogs, go to the forums, go to the social media sites. Spread it around like wildfire. Once again, we got all kinds of buttons next to you, right in front of you. All right, right next to you in that little player right there. I mean, use and abuse those Facebook like buttons, retweet this button, social media buttons, all right? All right, I'm serious, man. Spread it around like wildfire, all right? I'm serious, folks. I mean, we need your help. I'm serious. I'm at about 70,000 live listeners. We need to get this son of a bitch to 150,000 live listeners, all right? We need to get this son of a bitch to 500,000 live listeners. That's why this summer I am looking forward to it. This summer is going to be a 3-hour show. We're going to extend the post-show into the 4th hour. And I also am going to, provide, like I said, a widget that people can buy. And the money from that widget, proceeds are going to go into the show to provide money, actual money, to people that want to participate in True Capitalist Radio contests, in True Capitalist Radio, contests, giveaways, so on and so forth, okay? Because I want people to not only appreciate the content of True Capitalist Radio, I want to pay some of the people that are out there producing some of the propaganda, some of the people that are producing, some of the good word of what's happening out here in True Capitalist Radio. All right? I'm serious. I want to do that, and just be prepared for that, all right? Just be prepared for it. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for tuning in with me, all right? Politics Ghost is the name to follow on Twitter. I am out of here. Tomorrow's Baller Friday. I can't wait, for Christ's sake, all right? Free format edition, all right? blogtalkradio.com/ghost. I am out of here. Same place, same time tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. We may or may not have a Sunday anti-Mother's Day edition show. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for tuning in with me, folks. Long live the capitalist army, and death to feminism, death to socialism, and death to totalitarianism. I'm out of here. Woo!
Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.